Good Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this foggy, cloudy last Tuesday of September, September 29th, or September 30th actually, 2014 with the daily video forecast discussion. A lot of low clouds and fog around the region this morning. As a result of that, we have some fog out on LaGuardia Airport, also fog on eastern Long Island at Islip and Shirley. And we have fog reducing visibilities in White Plains, Newburgh, and Montgomery up the lower Hudson Valley here. We have some fog across New Jersey and Somerville as well. And we have dense fog across eastern Pennsylvania with visibilities at a quarter of a mile or less in many of these stations here. All of these fog advisories will be lifting through the area this morning after sunrise continues and the atmosphere begins to warm up and modify. Temperatures this morning are in the upper 50s to low and mid 60s across the region, and the winds are generally either from the southeast or they're calm. Morning surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows a backdoor cold front making its way now through the Hudson River Valley. It's passed through New York City and it's entering into northeastern New Jersey. How far south and east this gets is still in question, as we have a couple of other disturbances to our west which are also lifting. We can see the moisture plume here off the mid-Atlantic coast states, and that's producing some light rain across eastern Long Island into the southern tip of New England this morning. Other than that, we're not experiencing much in the way of precipitation over the land masses from the Hudson River Valley down through Philadelphia. Morning pass with fog over interior sections here in northwestern New Jersey down through the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Water vapor channel satellite this morning shows the lifting offshore with our disturbance moving offshore, but lots of moisture still in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. And we've got another disturbance here over the Great Lakes, which is heading into the north and east. Latest radar mosaic shows those showers across the eastern Great Lakes here entering into western New York eventually, and a moisture plume here off the mid-Atlantic coast states heading out to sea. Some of the shower activity is increasing and entering into eastern Long Island and to southeastern New England's coastal regions during this morning. The latest pollen forecast from pollen.com today on the low side, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and very low on Saturday, still with ragweed and chenopod's in the air. Tracking the spread of diseases and sicknesses from germtracks.com, that's germtracks.com, we still have upper respiratory problems. A lot of these are bronchitis, colds, horrendous amount of coughing going on, and all of this is due to possibly the entro virus that's been going on. It's about in 40 states now, including the District of Columbia, and a lot of people, especially children, have been reported to be out of school as a result of being quite sick for several days now, and it's been ongoing and it continues to spread across the region. And all of this is as a result of the change in the weather and, of course, the virus that's now ongoing. Not really much of any airport delays this morning outside of Teterboro, reporting a little bit of a delay, but we do have a lot of fog across the area, especially in eastern Pennsylvania. Visibilities are being reduced down to about a quarter of a mile in certain areas, and this fog will continue to lift out through the morning hours as the sun begins to burn off by 14Z. Otherwise, scattered to broken clouds at about 5,000 feet with a possible shower in the I guess we're experiencing microphone problems again. Quarter of a mile visibility this morning in the areas in pinks and reds here. A little light rain out on eastern Long Island. All of this will shift to the north and east. The low clouds and fog will begin to burn off by 14Z. And then just about 5,000 feet with possible showers. Reading and Allentown late in the day. Winds turning to the east. For tonight, wind becoming northeast at 5 to 15 knots. And there will be some IFR and fog which should develop southwestward from Long Island behind the backdoor cold front, and currently moving southwest from southern New England. Chance of showers mainly north of Philadelphia throughout this time. Then on Wednesday, basically VFR conditions, scattered showers with short periods of MVFR conditions possible. East to northeast winds gust up to 15 knots. Thursday morning fog with locally lower ceilings and visibilities and mostly VFR. Shift to north wind gust to 15 knots, becoming northeast once again late in the day. A lot of boundaries around the region over the next 24 to 48 hours. On Friday, VFR ceilings except for MVFR conditions in stratus and fog early Friday morning, and then again Friday night in showers nearing a cold front. East to southeast winds becoming south to southwest late at night. And finally, as that cold front moves through, a few morning showers across the east on Saturday morning, then VFR conditions expected. Right now outside of Newark, 67, dew point 61, humidity 81%. The wind is southeast at 3, visibility is 10, overcast conditions. We have a few clouds, 600, broken at 7,000, broken at 17,000, and VFR conditions in place. Philadelphia 2 this morning, 65, dew point 61, humidity 87%. The wind is southeast at 3. There's a visibility of 7. A few clouds at 11,000, broken at 14,000, broken at 18,000. VFR still in place. Watches, warnings, and advisories for interior northern New Jersey, the lower Hudson Valley, and interior parts of Connecticut. We do have that dense fog, and that's over portions of the lower Hudson Valley in Connecticut. Visibility is mainly 1 to 3 miles. The fog should dissipate by late morning. Motorists should obviously be on the lookout for rapidly changing visibilities. And if reduced visibilities are encountered, drivers should reduce speed and use the low beam highlights. Also, this is for central and north central Pennsylvania. We have fog too this morning across Delaware and interior Maryland and portions of Virginia this morning. We still have the fog ongoing this morning too, and that is for the I-95 corridor early this morning. So lots of fog out there, lots of low-level moisture trapped underneath the temperature inversion. Now on the marine deck, we have small craft advisories from 11 p.m. this evening to 6 p.m. on Wednesday, and that's from Sandy Hook out to Fire Island Inlet to 20 nautical miles. We have northeast winds at 10 to 15 knots, gust up to 25 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet. Also want to point out that the northeast winds will be increasing throughout the region during tonight and tomorrow. We don't have any advisories yet for the waters for New Jersey down through the Delmarva, but they may be introduced and then continued at variable times throughout the week. Latest run of the high-resolution rapid refresh model from Penn State's eWall site shows the showers now across eastern Long Island and modeled very well into southeastern New England here this morning. Patchy dense fog burns off. We have some scattered clouds and then partly sunny day across the region. Instability builds in because we have that nearly stationary backdoor cold front across the region. We have a few other impulses here on water vapor channel that are showing up across the Great Lakes, and this will spawn some, during the heating of the day, some widely scattered showers, especially central and western Pennsylvania during the afternoon and evening hours. And then by tonight, some of these showers will still be lingering on, and then we have the northeast flow behind the frontal boundary with stratus moving back into the coastal regions of New Jersey, while other areas are generally dry, just some spotty drizzle right along the immediate coast in the city, and parts of the New Jersey coastline interior sections should see basically a partly cloudy to overcast sky, and there'll probably be a devoid of precipitation in many regions, but clouds and low fog will continue to build in from off the ocean with an onshore flow during tonight and tomorrow morning. Latest morning run from Penn State's eWall site for the NAM WRF composite reflectivity forecast. Once again, not everyone's going to see precipitation, but there will be quite a lot of cloud cover. Backdoor cold front providing low stratus and clouds across the region. Spotty light rain. Obviously, the kilometers here of this a 4 kilometer versus maybe a 2 or 3 kilometer in the HRR model. It does show some of these disturbances with light patches of rain across Pennsylvania during tonight and tomorrow morning, and then again by tomorrow afternoon. But notice what's happening here on the reflectivity forecast from Penn State's eWall site shows the low stratus and clouds getting back in here with some light rain around here on Wednesday morning, late into Wednesday afternoon. It would be very light. A lot of areas won't see any rain at all, just a lot of cloud cover continuing, and a cool northeast to east wind, keeping temperatures in the 60s for most regions during today. Well, 70s today, but definitely 60s tomorrow, and then again during the day on Wednesday and Thursday as well. Once again, for the tropics and the Atlantic this morning, we still have an area of low pressure located just northwest of Bermuda, producing a few showers and thunderstorms while it moves slowly northward. Significant development of this system not anticipated due to increasingly strong upper-level winds. Low should move north to northeast at a faster forward speed over the next couple of days. Still, only a 10% chance of this developing into a named storm over the next 5 days. Google Earth Streamline analysis this morning shows that low pressure center or near or northeast of the Bahamas this morning. We have another area of low pressure off of the coast of southeast coast of southern New England here. We have our backdoor cold front slicing through the Hudson River Valley, and it still has not made its way into northeastern or northwestern New Jersey, but it's trying to do so. We have other areas of low pressure consolidating off of the coast of the southeastern United States as well. We have another upper level low here with disturbances in this flow across the Great Lakes as it heads to the northeast. And we have just a buckled, locked up pattern here across the eastern United States with lots of boundaries to interact with one another over the next couple of days. GFS forecast maps into motion from the Next Generation Weather Lab, the College of DuPage. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not really. Anyway, we have moisture from that offshore system that is not named, and disturbances across the Great Lakes into northeastern Pennsylvania, providing some showers across the region during this afternoon and tonight and early tomorrow morning. Low stratus and fog developing on an east to northeast wind behind the backdoor cold front, and everything just kind of blocked up for the next couple of days. Finally, we break out of this, and with better weather by the time we get to Wednesday night and Thursday, temperatures will recover back to around 70 or in the lower 70s across the region. And then we go downhill once again because we have a very strong cold front that will be moving through the region on Friday night and Saturday morning, with periods of pockets of moderate to heavy rain across the entire forecast region. And then we cool it down into the 60s, the lower 60s, with overnight lows on Saturday night into the upper and lower 40s across interior sections. It doesn't really stay too long, though, as temperatures rebound. Even on Monday, they'll be in the mid-60s, and by the time we get to Tuesday with more zonal flow, temperatures will recover back into the 70s, with high pressure once again taking control and more disturbances building in, with another trough axis building across southeastern Canada and moving toward the northern mid-Atlantic coast states, with another cold front coming late next week, or the middle part of the week anyway, with showers expected most areas to the north and the cold frontal boundary stalling out and becoming with waves of low pressure developing along the front, and then showers and moderate stratiform rain developing around the region on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening as that disturbance and cold front pushes through. Then a reblast of more cooler temperatures with lower heights across the region for late next week. So we're in a period right now where there's a lot of change as normal for the season. So there are going to be a lot of up and down swings over the next couple of days into early and mid part of next week. So for everything live, it's Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, and also on Twitter and Facebook as well. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back in video form bright and early tomorrow morning as October begins 2014.